Okay, we're going to explain to you the IRV voting process. And when you're running your precinct caucus meeting, what you're going to want to do is take nominations. You'll have people who have filed to run for positions like precinct chair and delegate, whether it be county or state. And you'll already have those names. However, people can be nominated from the floor as well. So all you need to do is list A, B, C, D, E, however many candidates there are, you list a letter of the alphabet and write their name next to it. And then on the actual ballot, when people are ready to vote, all they do is, in order of preference, they simply list the letter of the person that they would like as their number 1 option, their number 2 option, number 3 option, and so forth. And they just list the candidates in order of preference. They don't have to put every candidate on their preferential list. They can do as little or as many of those candidates as they would like, but they just put their top preference on number 1 and their least favorite preference towards the end. In this sample, we're going to take these 5 candidates, Martha, Dave, Hillary, Rand, and Harry, and we are pretending that there are 16 people that are casting a ballot. And here we have their ballots on the table, and they have all listed these candidates in the order that they prefer to have them elected. So we're going to show you how to count those ballots to determine who the winner is. So the first thing that you want to do is take the total amount of ballots, which is 16 in this case, and you want to cut that number in half and add 1 to that number, and that is the majority that somebody would need to achieve in order to be the candidate who is elected. So we're going to go ahead and see if somebody has achieved that. So half of 16 is 8, plus 1 is 9. So we need somebody to get at least 9 votes in order to be the winner. So here we have E, who is Harry, and I'm just sorting these by the number 1 preference. That's the only one that I'm looking at this point. So I have a B here, here's another E, and all I have to do is stack them, just match them. It's a very quick process. Here's D, A, okay, I'm just going to put these in order real quick here. So now I have A, B, C, D, and E, and they're all stacked according to the number 1 preference. So now I'm simply just going to count how many each stack has. So A got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes. B got 1, 2, 3, 4 votes. C got 1. D got only 3. And E got only 3.
So after the first round of votes is all stacked up, you stop counting and write your results right here like so. With candidate A, B, C, D, and E's results, counting up your total votes cast and figuring out the majority. Since nobody got a majority, we move on to the next round.
So the most that we had was 5 votes, and so that does not achieve a win just yet. So that means we eliminate the bottom contender, which is C. C only had 1 vote. So all you have to do is look and see who C is, and that's Hillary. It's a crying shame, Hillary lost. So we set the C ballot aside. Now what happens is the person who's eliminated, which is Hillary, everybody who voted for her now is sorted by their second preference. Now the one person who voted for Hillary voted D as their second preference. So that would go to the D pile. And I like to have subpiles. And what I'm going to do is, instead of putting it on pile D, I put it right underneath so I can keep track of them. And so the only change that's happened now is that pile D now has 4 votes. E has 3, B has 4, and A has 5.
After the second round, we stop and record our results again. Still don't have a majority, so we move on to round 3.
So obviously the lowest candidate is candidate E, who only has 3. And you just do the same process. Now you eliminate the candidate with only 3, because we still don't have any winner yet that's achieved the 9 votes. So now we take those ballots from Harry and we distribute these by their second preference. And the reason why I keep these separate is because it'll help you know which preference you're on as far as that pile goes. So the second preference on these, these 2 people chose B, who was Dave, and this person chose D, who was Rand, and then we simply count again. So Rand, pile D, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 votes. We still have not achieved the 9. Dave has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still not have achieved the 9. And Martha has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Round 3's results are then put in the third column. And now we have the tie.
The least votes are the folks who have a count of 5. And that is Rand and Martha. So at this point, you need to eliminate one of these 2 folks because they both have only 5, and Dave has 6 votes. So at this point, what you have to do is flip a coin. And you have them call it in the air, and whichever person wins the coin toss gets to move on to the next round. So we just performed our coin toss, and we found out that out of A and D, D lost the coin toss. So the votes of all these people here who voted for D get distributed for their next preference. So the next preference on this particular pile, this person voted A, this person voted A, and this person voted A. Now, the reason why I had the sub piles is because you can easily lose track of where you're at as far as the candidate goes. But the easiest way to tell is, you're in pile D, so you just go to the letter right below the letter D, or whatever pile it's in. So this person's next preference was B, and this person's next preference was C. So this particular ballot, they don't have any preferences left. They only chose 3 different candidates. So this ballot now gets tossed. And what that does is it leaves us with 15 votes instead of 16. So all you do is you refigure your math. Half of 15 is 7.5. And you just round to the next whole number. So the new amount that we need to have a winner is 8. So let's go ahead and count our ballots and see if we have a winner. This is candidate A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So Martha is our winner, but just to be sure, I'll go ahead and count candidate B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So Martha did get 8 votes. Dave got 7. Dave is eliminated, and Martha is the winner.
Since A won the coin toss, we redistribute, write the results here, and we now have a majority, 8.
Now if you have 2 seats, all you do is sort all these ballots together again. Just like you were starting from the very beginning. And you take the winner who already has a seat or already has a delegate position, and that's Martha. So you take pile A, which is Martha, and you distribute their second choice to the other candidates. Okay, so now I have these sorted by B, C, D, and E, and I've got my sub-piles here, which are from Martha's stack, and I just count them. So B has 1, 2, 3, 4. C has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. D has 1, 2, 3, 4. And E has 3.
So now that you've counted up the ballots for the second seat, you grab a new precinct tally sheet, label it county delegate or whatever delegate second seat, and record the results here. Candidate A1, and then you record the results just like you did for the first seat, and you're good to go.
So E is eliminated, and you just take their second preference. This second preference was D. The second preference is B. And so is this one. And then you just keep doing the same exact counting method as you did prior with the first round until you arrive at a winner. And whether you have 2 seats, 3 seats, it's all the same. You just take the winner, eliminate them, and disperse their ballots to their next preference. And you can fill your seats that way.